I'm Linda Annis, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the RE1 process with student services. And I know that student services starts looking at the student as soon as they realize that there's a problem and the teacher has come to them with concerns. At that time, vision and hearing needs to be addressed. We need to have vision and hearing passed, because that's one of the issues we have to look at anytime we're looking at services for a child. We need to make certain that the vision or the hearing is not the issue, that the reason this student is having problems in the school day. So once you've got vision and hearing passed, interventions are going on, and the child is being tracked with those interventions. We need to pay attention to how many students are being looked at and referred at one time. It's hard to get accurate data and appropriate data if you're trying to follow 12 or 15 students at once. So try to make sure that you're following up on 2 or 3 at a time, and only considering 2 or 3 at a time when we're looking at moving them over to a possible EC referral. We want all children to have appropriate interventions and the right amount of attention paid to them as far as the interventions in the classroom and when it comes to doing evaluations to see whether or not there is a disabling condition. Another thing we need to keep in mind is our 90-day timeline when it comes to EC referrals. This is mandated by federal law and reinforced by state statutes. So that we have 90 days from the time the RE1 is signed or the SST makes a determination that they're going to move this child over and refer for an EC evaluation. That starts the 90-day timeline. Again, that's one reason that vision and hearing is so important and needs to be addressed by SST, and we need to have passing scores before a determination is made. That way, when the EC team gets it, that is clear and they're ready to move on with assessments and other things, gathering data for the student. We need to look at the time of year that referrals are being made. When you see a child struggling in the fall, we expect interventions to be put in place, and then at least by December or January, the SST would usually be making a determination as to whether or not maybe they need to look at an EC referral. Any referral that is started after the first week in March puts that referral, that timeline due at the end of the school year. And it is very difficult to get those things completed and determinations made for that student prior to the end of school. We do not want those hanging over and being carried over into the next year, because it puts the child even farther behind on determining whether or not they need some assistance. So please try to make certain that you're spacing out your referrals so that every child gets the appropriate amount of attention, and that those referrals or determinations to move to the EC team are happening in plenty of time for the EC team to make their determinations and put things in place for the child before the next school year starts. Thank you.